Today I'm going to talk about something that's very important for your body and brain. In fact, it's essential for healthy brain development, function, memory and cognition, muscle development, for healthy liver function, for your nervous system, for metabolism, for sleep, and even cancer. Therefore, adequate amounts are needed for optimal health, fitness, and longevity, especially if you're aging and hence over the age of 35. Now let's talk about deficiency. Unfortunately, many people have inadequate amounts of this specific nutrient or are actually deficient in it, mainly because they don't eat the few specific foods that contain this essential nutrient, which I'll talk about in a minute. Now, people who are especially at risk of deficiency are athletes, especially those, long distance runners, people do a lot of cardio, and even if you do weights about 4 to 5 times a week, alcohol drinkers, and yes, that includes those of you who drink wine, and women, especially pregnant and postmenopausal women. Now, I've actually been taking this nutrient myself for over 25 years. I just take it in pill form, and in the past decade, I've actually combined it with different versions of it. Of course, by now, you might be thinking, okay, what the heck is this super nutrient? Well, the name of it is called choline, and choline is actually an essential nutrient, meaning you need it. For example, there are essential amino acids, meaning you need protein. There are also essential fatty acids, meaning you need some specific forms of fat. Ironically, there are no essential carbohydrates, but that's another story for another day. Even though choline is a nutrient, it's neither a vitamin or mineral. However, many people or experts often group choline with the B vitamins due to its similarities. All right, so how much choline do you need? Since it's a nutrient, there's no RDA amount like you might have for certain vitamins and minerals. However, the Institute of Medicine has set a value for adequate intake, AI, and this value is intended to be sufficient for most healthy people, helping them avoid the negative consequences of deficiency, one of them being actually liver damage. So for the average adult, they need about 500 milligrams daily. Now, pregnant women, they need double that amount at about 1,000 milligrams. Remember, this is so you don't get sick or have health problems, hence the adequate amounts. Now, I personally take double the dose at about 1,000 milligrams daily, and I combine it with 3 or 4 different forms of choline, which I'll tell you about in a minute. Now, let's talk about the food sources. The good news is that you can get decent amount of choline from food, and the 3 best foods being liver, beef, and chicken liver, basically 1 slice or about 2.5 ounces, gives you roughly 290 to 222 grams of choline. Eggs, 1 large egg contains 113 grams, but keep something in mind. First of all the choline only comes from the yolk, and ideally you need to keep the yolk a bit runny, not hard boiled. That's the best form that's absorbable from the choline. And also fresh cod, 3 ounces, has about 250 milligrams. But remember, you need to get at least 500 milligrams daily, and I prefer 1,000 milligrams for women. Basically, anyone who exercises regularly or does anything that can stress your liver, such as alcohol or most prescription drugs. Now, I typically do eat about 1 or 2 raw eggs, about maybe 3 or 4 times a week, and I just put it in my protein shake. So that's where I get my food source, all right? Honestly, don't like liver, and I rarely eat cod. However, I still take different forms of choline in supplement form. All right, so what are the best forms of choline supplements? Now, one of the reasons you take choline or you need it is to help produce acetylcholine, especially since it declines as we age. So there are 3 main forms of choline. One of them is regular choline bitartrate. The next one is alpha GPC, and the other one is acetylcholine, or some call it CDP choline. Now, why do I take all 3? Because honestly, they work really well together. Now, I know maybe online you might read something about how one does only one thing and another one does another thing, but the truth is they just have this really good, amazing synergy when combined together. Needless to say, the best nootropic or, brain and energy type products that you want to take is you want to take all 3 together. You can buy them separately, or hopefully just take a supplement that contains all 3 in one pill. So that saves you time and money. Again, the good news is when you combine it, you need actually a lower dose. And I put links below this video about the form, my favorite supplement that I take, and the proper amounts. And it also contains other body, brain energy ingredients. I've also have a related video about today's topic, mainly acetylcholine, so make sure you watch that video as well. In your comments and questions, what you have, what you need more clarity about, what you take to help improve your memory, your brain. As always, thanks for watching.